Hey, it's Chatty Chrissie and it's lovely to be with you today. I've got my Christmas hat here all ready to put on quite soon. Yes! And I've also got my big present box. You know, sometimes you get a present and it's too big to actually be wrapped and folded in a box, and you think, oh, I wonder what that is, and by the shape you know. Well, today is one of my clues. I have got a huge crook. I wonder what our story is going to be today. Let's look in our present box and see what we have. Oh, first of all, our paper chain, and we've got silver bits today. Yeah, that's growing. Got a star. I've got an invitation to a special carol event. I've got some colouring in for you to do. Got a piece of paper. I've got, oh, here he is, Mr. Sheep. I think it's a sheep. Do you think it's a sheep? Got a backpack. Yay, look at him. He's cool, isn't he? Oh, a Christmas card to colour in. I wonder what our story is going to be about. And also, that fell off the sheep, but it wasn't meant to be on the sheep, a special rope. So what is our story about today? And look, nothing left in my box. Well, who met Jesus? Last week we looked at Mary, Jesus' mother, and how she became the mother of Jesus as she met Jesus. Well, after Jesus was born, there were shepherds, just normal people, and we've looked a lot at shepherds, haven't we, when we were doing Psalm 23. They were on the hills, minding their own business, looking after the sheep. They probably had this around them to tie up what they were wearing to make sure it kept them nice and warm because it was freezing at nights. And they were looking after their sheep. They probably didn't have a sheep backpack, in all fairness, but their sheep, they were looking after them. When they went away, the shepherd would be able to put the crook around and gently, oh, that's not doing it very well, pull the sheep back. And so the top of the crook is made specially so it can go around a sheep's head and pull it gently back. And if they were going a bit too slow, be able to give them a little poke and say, on you go, and be able to steer them and push them and help them go in the right direction. So the shepherds were there when an angel came, a bright light, and told them all about Jesus being born. Now, something which I find quite incredible, really. The angel, when it came, it didn't go to the king, it didn't go to the important people, it didn't go to the shopkeepers, it didn't go to the MPs in the parliament, it went to the normal people, the everyday people. You know, during COVID on Thursday evenings, haven't we? We've been going outside in the first lockdown and we clapped to say thank you to the people who look after us and keep us safe. We said thank you to the people who worked in the hospitals. Thank you to the delivery drivers. Thank you to the shopkeepers. Thank you to people, our teachers, who are there helping us but keeping us safe at the same time. And so the angel didn't go to the important people, went to the everyday people, the shepherds on the hill, and told them incredible news. It said, good news. And they would have thought, oh, I can't see that bright light in the dark. What's going on? A saviour. Someone has been born. Now, do you know something? I never knew, and I've been to many carol services and I've heard the Christmas story about Jesus being born all the years I've been alive. I never knew till this year that the shepherds on the hill looking after those sheep were being raised especially so that Easter, they could be what's called sacrificed at something called Passover, so that instead of punishment going on the people, it's quite difficult to understand, instead of punishment going on the people, it would go to the sheep. That sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? Well, the angel came to those shepherds because to say, actually, that's finishing now. you don't need to do that anymore because Jesus has been born. And Jesus is the person who's going to be with us. God with us. And we sing that in one of the carols. God is with us. And so you don't need the old system with all its rules and regulations. We don't need that anymore. Somebody has come who's going to take that away by being alive and then at Easter by dying on the cross for us. Wow! Can you imagine? I never ever knew that. And so the shepherds had an incredibly special message. And what did they do? They hurried and they went to see this baby. You got some Christmas cards you can colour in, all right, with an envelope and then give to somebody. They hurried to see what was happening, what had actually happened. And so Jesus came especially for everybody, but especially he announced it to the ordinary people. And I know you're incredibly special. You're incredibly special to the people who look after you, to your teachers, to us. But you're even more special to God because he knows you and he wants to get to know you even more. And so he came to the shepherds. And so we've got our special memory verse and I've written it out because it's got a bit long, hasn't it? So it's trust in the Lord was orange. With all your heart was blue. Don't lean, I have to stand up, on what you know was yellow. And then this one is a bit long, is the silver, and it says, in all your ways, acknowledge him. Or in everything you do, let God lead you. And those shepherds, they could have said, nah, we're here on the hill. We're happy, thank you. We don't mind. Well, it's our job. That's what we do. But no, they let go and they obeyed and they went to see this baby. So something out of their comfort zone. They would have been very scared going to the city. They would have been petrified. But they went because they realised that if they trusted in God with everything they had, they shouldn't lean on what they know, which is looking after sheep, but they were going to see if this baby, who he was and what it really was all about. So in all your ways, lean on God, or in everything we do, we ask God to help us to acknowledge. Now we've also got some more colouring in, all right, which is fantastic, and you can put that maybe on your window. And that would be really nice if you put it in your window and then people can know that you're celebrating Christmas. A star or a Christmas tree, and you'll have stickers specially to stick on this, and then you can hang that on your tree. And then lastly, but very important, this Saturday and Sunday, if you look on YouTube, you're going to get one of these. There is a special carol service online, and it's got children, it's got young people in it, and I'm really excited. The older young people, they go to something called Spree, which is the weekend away, and you remember we don't have club then. And this is set up and run by the people who run Spree. So I'm very excited to watch it, and I'll be excited to see what you think of it too. Okay, take care, and next week I wonder who's going to meet Jesus. This week it was the shepherds. Bye!